Hello, welcome to Business Studies at Settle College. My name's Mr. Murphy and I am the subject leader for this course. This is a subject you can study as a follow-up to the GCSE version you've done. Perhaps you've done Cambridge National. It marries in very well with what you've done on Cambridge National because a lot of the topics are covered again in more detail on the Cambridge Technical. You may have done GCSE business or BTEC business as well, and they do give you the understandings that are needed for this course. But equally, lots of students have never studied business before and do go on to do well on the course. Speaking of students that do well on the course, many universities accept Cambridge Technical. It is given the same amount of points as an A-level. So if you get a distinction star, that gives you 56 UCAS points, the same number as an A star at A-level. Many students go on to study at Russell Group universities. We have people going to York University, Newcastle, and even to the top 10 university, which is close to us, called Lancaster University. So what I'm going to try to do is explain to you in this presentation a little bit about the difference between Cambridge Technical and A-level, the structure of the course, why I think it's a really good course for you to choose, and it is a popular course as well. We have often over 15 in year 12 and over 15 in year 13 as well. So it has that popularity. But I also explained to you how this course can sort of be easily manageable by yourselves because you're being assessed throughout the 2 years and not at the end of the course in year 13, and that brings many advantages to it as well. So, working in the business sector, this is something that the Cambridge Technical course sort of wants you really to focus on, because this course itself will give you some of the skills that are needed in business. For example, the digital skills of internet research, using applications, presenting ideas. For example, we'll do some presentations using PowerPoint, we do reports, we do booklets, leaflets, websites, we look at press releases as well. And creative skills is what it focuses on as well, looking at how businesses use innovative solutions to come up with ways of improving a particular model. And a very important skill is communication skills. The course itself allows you to do presentations, to work with others, to support each other's, and that skill in business is found in many of the functions that you would see in a big organisation. For example, HR, looking after staff, you need communication skills, customer service, sales and marketing. You do need that ability to have them skills, and this course will give you that opportunity to demonstrate them skills. So what will you learn? Well, the CTEC in business teaches you the knowledge of business and the skills that you need to work in business. It looks at factors affecting startup businesses, so we look at small businesses and potential risks that small businesses have. But it also looks at different types of businesses in the diverse world of business. So we look at national businesses to international businesses as well. And also local businesses do take a little part of the course as well. It helps you to develop your numeracy skills, which will be really important for business management, such as budgeting, planning, and making a profit in the future. So why choose Cambridge Technical as a CTEC course? Well, there's lots of reasons, and I'll come up with a few more as well. It is recognised by schools, colleges, universities and employers, and I've mentioned that some of our students have gone on to some of the Russell Group universities as well. It does give you that opportunity to progress to further education, therefore, and even into training and employment, because I think apprenticeships very much are about that independence learning, that research skills that you can do, that ability to communicate. It gives you a practical, real-world approach to learning, because you're learning about businesses and you're doing it by practical activities. So, for example, in Unit 4, a lot of the work that you have to do is something that a business a manager would have to do. So, for example, you're talking about where you might have to do a business pitch, or you have to do a presentation to a group of potential clients. We do them particular skills, and it gives you that opportunity to see how you perform, to evaluate your performance, and to think about how you can do it better. Assessment happens through the course, and that's so beneficial to a lot of our students, because you're not being judged on how you're going to perform at the end of year 13. In other A-level subjects, how you perform on that particular few days of them exams at the end of year 13 can give a judgment of how you're going to perform overall, because you'll be judged on 3 exams in a short space of time, whereas in the Cambridge Technical you are being assessed throughout the course. So, for example, we start with Unit 1, which is an exam. We start that in September, and we do the exam in January of year 12. The coursework is done through the second half of year 12, so that's assessed by the end of year 12 as well. And then in year 13 we do another exam and 2 portfolio pieces as well. You also get an opportunity to present your work in a variety of ways, so it's not all essay based, it can be reports, presentations, etc. So it's a good real world approach to learning, because you're being assessed throughout the course rather than one final exam, and that gives students a lot of flexibility, because I think students like the fact that if they do the Cambridge Technical and they perform well in the exams, they pretty much know how they're going to perform overall, because each unit they do is given a points tally, and the tally that they're all aiming for really is about 104 points. Once you get 104 points, you've got your distinction star. So it can be that you leave the course could sort of finish in May of the year 13, and you know that pretty much you've got a grade distinction star, and then you can concentrate on your 2 other A levels. So it does let you have that flexibility, but also that control over your performance. Where can it take you? Well, it can take you into many areas. Some of these jobs that I'm going to show you now are just a fraction of the jobs that this course can open doors to. So, a wide range really, because we do some of the things which are to do with human resource management. For example, we do a lot of look at financial work, a bit of marketing, look at customer service, we look at international business. All these things are sort of helping you develop the skills that are needed for a future career that you may be interested in. People often say to me, well, is it the same as an A-level? Well, if you look at how UCAS look at a Cambridge Technical, they value it as the same as an A-level. So if you get a distinction star in Cambridge Technical, you can see there an A-level A star is worth 56 UCAS points. A Cambridge Technical distinction star is also worth 56 UCAS points. And the A-level grade A is worth 48, and the Cambridge Technical distinction is worth 48. So you can see there that the Cambridge Technical is basically weighted the same way as an A-level grade would be as well. So the structure is based around 5 units over 2 years. So we studied 2 units in year 12, mainly because the Unit 1 exam is double weighted, so it has double the points it carries. And if you finish this course, so in year 12, if you finish Unit 1 and Unit 4, you actually do get what we call the Cambridge Technical Certificate, which is half an A-level. You can claim that qualification and then concentrate on your other A-levels, but most students tend to continue on to the year 13, and you will get the Cambridge Technical Extended Certificate, which is worth 1 A-level. And these are the units. I won't read them through all, but you can see the titles will sort of gives you the flavour of what we'll be looking at. So as I mentioned, Unit 4 is all about customers and how we communicate with customers, how we understand what customers are looking for, and how businesses make sure that their needs and wants are met. The Unit 1 is broad brush really of a qualification. Topic wise, it's talking about everything from business ownership to stakeholders to looking at the financial side of business. This is very much the nitty gritty of the course really. Unit 1. Unit 2 is an exam as well. We do this in year 13, and this is looking at the skills needed to work in a business environment. So a lot of skills needed in terms of organisation of business meetings, working with documents. So can you fill in an invoice? Can you fill in a purchase order? Paying by cheque, filling in a cheque, prioritising business activities, the order of which things should be done in a particular way. So it's a very much a practical, hands-on type of unit. Unit 19 is a really interesting one because we do use some local businesses who do trade internationally. In the past, we've used Angus Fire in Bentham, who have a massive presence in Europe, and you understand a little bit about what that company does. Piccalilli, which again is a local business in Settle, they've branched out into Europe as well. And again, talking to that business, we get a lot of ideas about how important international business is, the pitfalls of trading internationally, and that's a really, really interesting course for people to sort of study. And the last one is Unit 8, which again we use a local business. We tend to look at Skipton Building Society here and look at how do they manage the performance of their staff, how do they motivate, train them, and make sure that they are their needs and wants are being met. So all these 5 units really give you a really good understanding of business. A little quiz at the end, just to give you an idea about business and the importance of logos in business. I wonder if looking at these everyday businesses, that you've ever looked closely at them and realised, there is a meaning to this particular logo. It's not just thrown together. Many of my GCSE students will know Amazon is a very famous company, but the actual design of that logo is deliberate. The A to Z, the A and the Z being the joined up arrow, signifies that they sell everything from A to Z. And the smile represents customer service. They like to put a smile on people's faces. The Baskin Robbins, again, doesn't look particularly anything when you look at it, but if you look at the 31, if you look at the B and the R, the actual colours, the pink, shows you 31, and that's the 31 different flavours that Baskin Robbins actually have. The Formula 1 is the very clever way in which they have the F and the 1, using the black of the F and the 1 of the white of the 1 to indicate the speed. The red indicates the speed which Formula 1 is trying to get across. The Tour de France, if you look at the bicycle sort of appearing there, so it looks like a bicycle being ridden, because obviously the Tour de France is all about cycling, so it's very cleverly put together. Gillette, again, you don't look at this often, but the razor sharpness, if you look at the I and the G, that's been deliberately put that particular design that particular way to indicate the precision and sharpness of this particular product, because they make razor blades pretty much. The Bronx Zoo, again, a good logo, this one, because you can probably see the giraffes there, but if you look closely at the legs, the Bronx is in New York, and New York is pretty famous for its skyscrapers, and you can see the skyscrapers in the legs of the giraffes. This brand has a tortilla chips, again a good design because they've got 2 people there in the middle, the T representing 2 humans, and dipping their tortilla into a dip, and that represents that company. Quicksilver is mainly famous for its surfing brand, really, and the logo there it depicts a wave, one of the big Japanese waves that it has been famous in the surfing world over time, and that's what Quicksilver sort of got in their logo. And LG really is just it's a cute little way in which they have the L and the G. And you can sort of see the human face within that particular design there, and it looks like a smiling, happy type of product as well. So I hope that gives you an idea a little bit about business. And of course, if you want to talk more, I'm in school, and you can contact me via email, s.murphy@settle-college-n.yorks.sch.uk. And anybody else listening to this, you want to get in touch, I'm happy to talk about this particular course. We are a successful course. We're very popular. We tend to get beyond 15 students opting for this course. And I've said before, they like it because you can have more control over your destiny. It's not all reliant upon how you perform at the end of year 13. Results also very, very strong as well. We have many students getting distinction and distinction star, and obviously that gives them the points that help towards their overall qualification. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in September 2021.